Good evening. I'd like to call the March 12th, 2018 McCracken County Fiscal Court meeting to order. At this time, I'd ask the clerk to call the roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Here.
Commissioner Byer?
Here.
Commissioner Wathen?
Here.
Judge Leeper?
Here. Commissioner Byer, could you lead us in a word of prayer, please?
Yes, let us pray. Our most gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for the many blessings of this day. We ask that you be a watch guard over our meeting tonight and that all of our actions be pleasing in your sight. Our Heavenly Father, I ask a special prayer for the family of Officer Smith who made the supreme sacrifice while serving his community in Hickman. And also be with each member of his family and all of the officers that were especially close to him. All of these things we ask in your name and for your sake. Amen.
Amen. If you would join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. At this time, we have an order for the approval of the minutes from February 26, 2018, McCracken County Fiscal Court meeting. I entertain a motion to approve.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Byer, second by Commissioner Bartleman. Any discussion? Seeing none, the minutes are approved. Next, we have three items for discussion. The first, Mr. Clerk, I almost slipped up and called you incorrectly, is the second reading of ordinance 2018-01, which is the effort by our county attorney to update our alcoholic beverage licensing ordinance.
The present ordinance is designed to simplify compliance and enforcement of the McCracken County alcoholic beverages licensing and retail sales regulations by consolidating all regulations on this topic into a single ordinance and by ensuring that all pronouncements therein are in compliance with state regulations as well as uniform to the regulations imposed by the City of Paducah to the extent possible.
Second. And I have a motion by Commissioner Bartleman, second by Commissioner Byer. Any discussion? Anyone in the audience wishing to speak? Seeing none, I appreciate the Commission's indulgence before we take the vote. It's been a bit of a process, but we're at a better day for it, and now our folks that have to deal with these ordinances have a more clear understanding of what the requirements are. That being said, let's clerk call the roll, please.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Judge Leeper?
Aye. Next, we have a presentation by our county road engineer, Mr. Randy Williams, with the road department.
Well, as usual, the weather plays a big role in what we do at the road department. In the past month, there's been no exception. All the rain we had a lot of flooding. We've had the past almost couple of weeks, we've had up to 12 roads that we've had to keep signed with water over the road signs, keep those up. I know we had a big windstorm that was blowing some of them down. We had to go out and put weights on them, and we've had 8 different signs come up missing or stolen, and I did talk to the Sheriff's Department about that, and I hope the public keeps in mind that really puts someone that's not familiar with that road, in danger of getting hurt running off in the road or running off into the water in the middle of the night. So, of course, yesterday we had a near miss with a big snow event. That was pretty close. We had heavy snowfall, and I got out and checked the pavement. Temperatures were still up around 40 degrees, and air temperature was above freezing, but the snowballs that were falling so fast, it about came down so quick that it would build up on the road, but it didn't. Maxon Road, there's actually really little to report on it, but they have done some concrete work this winter, and they are planning on getting going on it very soon. In fact, they planned on starting work today back on it, but weather prohibited that from happening. I've got a dump truck in the court orders tonight. We had a bid opening last week. We had 2 different companies bid on it. One was Tag from Calvert. The other was McBride Mac from here in McCracken County. When we compared the two that had the options that we wanted, it was a Cummins engine, a Rogers dump bed, and the MCO snow and ice equipment. We're asking for the cheaper of the two. The Mack truck from McBride was about $1,000 less than the Freightliner from Calvert, or from TAG in Calvert. So that's on the court orders for the night, like I said. Had a meeting with the city and some others a couple weeks ago. The McCracken County Cleanup Day will be April 14th, and I'm not going to tell you who said it, but somebody said it would be, you clean up your house on the 14th and the government clean you up on the 15th. So, day right before tax day. I want to say thank you to Josh Worth. He's with the road department. He takes care of the signing. He just finished up using a retro reflectometer to go out and check over 1,300 different stop signs that we have. We borrowed this piece of equipment from the Kentucky Transportation Center. If we had to buy it, it would have cost us, it's about a $15,000 piece of equipment, but they do have a program where they let you use it for nothing. You just have to sign something saying if you tear it up, you're going to fix it or buy another one. And we do this because we have federal guidelines on maintaining reflectivity on our signing. So that was a big job for him to get done, and 1,300 signs later, he said his legs felt it climbing in and out of the truck as many times as he did. I've also recently signed up for a salt auction that CAECO does. This is the time of year when you actually reserve your salt for next winter. You have to estimate what you're going to need. It's not like we can go somewhere next winter and say, hey, we want this salt. It's we've got to reserve it now. Have to estimate what we're going to need, and the auction is going to be May 9th through 11th, and we'll have to decide then if we want to accept the bids that were proposed for the salt that we're asking for. Last thing I've got is that we are advertising for a position at the road department. We'll have someone retiring at the end of the month, and I'd put it in the paper, and we've got it on our website, and we're still taking applications up until Wednesday. Shane Hobgood's the one retiring at the end of the month. We've got another guy that says he's going to go at the end of April. We'll see if his wife lets him or not, but he sounds like he's pretty sure he's going to. So that's it for me, unless y'all have any questions.
You know, what's the wage for the worker?
I'll need to look at that to make sure and get with Judge Leeper, but it seems like just the first 6 months, it's only like $10.50 an hour, but then after that 6 months is up and they go off probation, it goes up significantly from that. So.
Okay.
That's it.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it, Randy. Next, Mr. Clerk, we have a resolution for the transportation of non-public school children.
Whereas the McCracken County, Kentucky Fiscal Court is authorized by KRS 158.115 to furnish transportation from its general funds to supplement the present school bus transportation system for the aid and benefit of all pupils attending school in compliance with the compulsory school attendance laws, and whereas the McCracken Fiscal Court agrees to budget the amount they receive as reimbursement for the transportation of non-public school students for the fiscal year 2017-2018. Now therefore be it resolved that a notification of intent to apply for reimbursement for transportation expenses of non-public school students during the 2017-2018 school year be made on behalf of the McCracken County Fiscal Court to the Transportation Cabinet, Office of the Secretary, State Office Building, 10th floor, Frankfort, Kentucky, 40601, and that a copy of this resolution be submitted along with the written notification.
So moved.
There's a motion by Commissioner Byer, second by Commissioner Wathen for approval of the resolution. Any discussion? For information, this is a procedure we go through each year that allows the funding to pass through the county. It's not something we receive, but it reimburses for these funds for the non-public school students. So that being said, I'd ask the clerk to call roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Judge Leeper?
Aye. That's complete. We just had some scouts walk in, and I wish somebody would stand up and tell us who you are, who you're with, and those sorts of things. I know you're surely here to help with a badge, I hope.
Hello, I'm Kate Ribble from Troop 1, the senior patrol leader. That's me.
Great. Very good. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate you coming to watch the meeting tonight. One other thing before we get out of the discussion items, I just wanted to clear up. I made a statement at the last meeting that we've done a little bit of work and found that the minimum amount that any bill that was going through would cost our budget, assuming they do a phase-in, was around $230,000. Did a little more work, and it's actually closer to $275,000 to $280,000. The percentage was 12%, not 10%. So, not good news, but news we need as we're preparing our budget. That would be the minimum. Obviously, the maximum, as the Treasurer pointed out, is well over $1 billion. So, that's kind of what we're looking at. Just wanted to make you all aware of that, not leave you hanging out there assuming one and surprise you with another. That being said, Mr. Treasurer, we have budget transfers this evening.
It is ordered to make the following cash transfers in order to pay county bills approved March 12th, 2018 in the amount of $166,311.39.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Byer.
Second.
Second by Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman? Aye. Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Judge Lieber?
Aye. Next, Mr. Treasurer, we have the accounts payable.
It is ordered to approve the vouchers claims register from February 26, 2018 to March 12, 2018 to show county bills in the amount of $414,687.20.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Wathen, second by Commissioner Bartleman. Any further discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call the roll, please.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman? Aye. Judge Lieber?
Aye. The usual step tonight, we have several orders that require some prior discussion in executive closed session, so I'm going to entertain a motion for closed session, if you would.
I hereby move the board go into closed session for the discussion of matters pertaining to the following topics: proposed or pending litigation as permitted by KRS 61-810-1C, issues which might lead to the appointment, dismissal, or discipline of an employee as permitted by KRS 61-810-1F.
Second.
And the motion by Commissioner Byer, second by Commissioner Wathen for executive session. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. We will obviously have action on court orders after we return, but this might be a little bit lengthy, so I apologize, but it's part of doing business. Opposed, like sign. This time we'll move on to the court orders. Madam Clerk, excuse me. I've saved it up until that moment. I apologize. I hope Madam Clerk is doing well at home.
As far as I know.
Mr. Clerk, thank you. Please start with Order A.
It is ordered to pay the McCracken County Humane Society $18,125 for the month of March 2018.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Wathen, second by Commissioner Byer. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask the clerk call the roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman? Aye. Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Judge Lieber?
Aye.
It is ordered to pay the fiscal court clerk $50 for the month of March 2018.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Bartleman, second by Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Judge Leeper?
Aye.
It is ordered to approve the monthly distribution to the McCracken County Conservation District for March 2018 in the amount of $2,446.92.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Byer, second by Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Judge Leeper?
Aye.
It is ordered to approve the McCracken County Clerk's monthly report of ad valorem tax collection and distribution for the month of February 2018 in the amount of $507,962.43.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Wathen, second by Commissioner Bartleman. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Judge Leeper?
Aye.
It is ordered to approve the McCracken County Clerk's monthly report of alcohol licenses for the month of February 2018 in the amount of $1,370.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Byer, second by Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Judge Leeper?
Aye.
It is ordered to approve the McCracken County Clerk's monthly report of deed transfer tax for the month of February 2018 in the amount of $13,522.30.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Byer, second by Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Judge Leeper?
Aye.
It is ordered to approve the McCracken County Clerk's summary report of delinquent tax collections and distributions for the month of February 2018 in the amount of $36,310.51.
So second.
Motion by Commissioner Bartleman, second by Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Judge Leeper?
Aye.
It is ordered that Bruce Penix be hired as a part-time litter abatement supervisor effective March 13th, 2018 at a rate of $12 per hour.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Byer, second by Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Judge Leeper?
Aye.
It is ordered to accept the resignation of Howard Cohen, part-time certified court security officer effective March 2nd, 2018.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Byer, second by Commissioner Wathen. Any further discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Judge Leeper?
Aye.
It is ordered to accept the resignation of Austin Willett, full-time deputy jailer, effective March 5th, 2018. He is to be paid for 6 vacation days and has no sick time accumulated.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Wathen, second by Commissioner Byer. Any further discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Judge Leeper?
Aye.
It is ordered that George Hatton be hired as a full-time deputy jailer effective March 19th, 2018 at an hourly rate of $12.25 per hour, less statutory deductions, all of which are subject to further order of the court.
So moved.
Motion
Second.
by Commissioner Byer, second by Commissioner Wathen. Any further discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Judge Leeper?
Aye.
It is ordered that a bid opening was held at 9 a.m. on Wednesday, March 7th, 2018 at the McCracken County Courthouse for a new tandem axle dump truck with snow removal equipment. Bids were received from Tag Truck Center and McBride Max Sales. All bids were taken under advisement.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Bartleman, second by Commissioner Wathen. Any further discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Byer?
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Judge Leeper?
Aye.
It is ordered that the bid for the tandem axle dump truck with snow removal equipment be awarded to McBride Max Sales with the IMCO snow equipment. The truck will be a new Mack in the amount of $154,665.
So moved.
Motion
Second.
by Commissioner Bartleman, Byers, second by Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Just a point of clarification, gentlemen, this truck is actually going to be delivered after the end of the fiscal year, so we will be required in our next budget to take this money. It'll be one-time monies that we'll take and move to the next budget in order to pay for this equipment. You'll be asked to do that in the next budget. Want to be clear before we vote. That being said, any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen?
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman?
Aye.
Commissioner Byer.
Aye.
Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered to accept the McCracken County Treasurer's financial statement for February 2018.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Watson, second by Commissioner Bartleman. Any further discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman.
Aye.
Commissioner Byer.
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen.
Aye.
Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that effective March 13th, 2018, Tim Sandel be hired as a part-time deputy jailer chaplain at an hourly rate of $14 per hour, less statutory deductions, all of which are subject to further order of the court.
So moved.
Motion
Second.
by Commissioner Byer, second by Commissioner Wathen. Does anybody know, is this a 20-hour position, or does anybody have that? Anybody?
understanding, yes, sir, it is a 20-hour position.
Is there anybody else from the jails? Thank you, Mr. Knight. Anybody else? Seeing none. All right. That's my assumption. I did want to know. All right. Thank you. I think we have a motion and a second. If you would, call the roll, please.
Commissioner Byer.
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen.
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman.
Aye.
Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that effective March 19th, 2018, Chelsea Bailey be hired as a full-time deputy jailer at an hourly rate of $12.25 per hour, less statutory deductions, all of which are subject to further order of the court.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Wathen, second.
Second.
By Commissioner Byer. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen.
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman.
Aye.
Commissioner Byer.
Aye.
Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It's ordered that Robert Frontier, full-time deputy jailer, resign his position effective March 10th, 2018. He has 3 vacation days to be paid and 1.5 sick days credited to the Kentucky retirement system.
Motion by
Second.
Commissioner Bartleman, second by Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman.
Aye.
Commissioner Byer.
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen.
Aye.
Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It's ordered that Crystal Nadeau, full-time deputy jailer, resign her position effective March 18th, 2018. She has 27 vacation days to be paid and 29.5 sick days credited to the Kentucky retirement system.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Byer, second by Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Byer.
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen.
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman.
Aye.
Judge Leeper.
Aye.
It is ordered that effective March 19th, 2018, Renna Peterson be hired as a part-time deputy jailer at an hourly rate of $14 per hour, less statutory deductions, all of which are subject to further order of the court.
So moved.
Motion by Commissioner Wathen, second.
Second.
By Commissioner Byer. Any further discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Wathen.
Aye.
Commissioner Bartleman.
Aye.
Commissioner Byer.
Aye.
Judge Leeper.
Aye. Mr. Clerk, if you would, item T is an order to, for the termination of Mr. David Knight. I would recommend we pass order, would entertain a motion to do such.
So moved.
Pass over item T.
Second.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Bartleman, second by Commissioner Byer. Mr. Knight has issued an appeal letter to me, which starts the process, and it would be inappropriate for us to take action on this item tonight and allow him his appeal. If there's no discussion, all those in favor of the motion to pass over signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. We're passing over that order. Items U and V are orders that are duplicate to previous orders. We have items W, X, and Y, and I was hoping someone from the jail is here to address those pay raises. Is there anyone here from the jail representing the jailer? Seeing none,
I
gentlemen.
move that
I vote
we,
we pass over items X, W, X, and Y.
Second.
Can we do them all at once?
We can. Commissioner Bartleman, Commissioner Wathen seconded motions to pass over items W, X, and Y until we get clarification from the jailer. Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion's approved. Next is item Z, Madam Mr. Clerk.
It's ordered to accept the resignation of part-time Animal Control Officer Joseph Pena effective March 1st, 2018. He has no sick or vacation time.
so moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Byer, second by Commissioner Wathen. Any discussion? Seeing none, ask clerk call roll, please.
Commissioner Bartleman.
Aye.
Commissioner Byer.
Aye.
Commissioner Wathen.
Aye.
Judge Leeper.
Aye. Next item is board appointments. I don't see any, Mr. Clerk. Following item is opportunity for executive session. Any opportunities for executive session? No need. At this time, Commissioners, if you have any comments, we'll allow comments before we entertain a motion for adjournment.
Judge, the only comment I have is that I'm still very concerned that there continues to be, from our jail, we're losing some very valued employees, and I hope that we can meet soon with our jailer, possibly in executive session, to try to ascertain why we keep losing these valued employees. That's a very dangerous position to place people in, and I'm very concerned that we continue to hire new hires in that office, and I don't want to take a chance of someone getting hurt or us having an incident at our jail. So that's my main concern, and hopefully we can address this to the jailer.
Commissioner Barton.
I have two things. I want to echo Commissioner Byers' comments. Tonight on the agenda, we had 4 resignations and 1 termination. A couple of those are longtime employees over there, and that is a concern of what's going on in the jail. Over the weekend, I talked to somebody who was a volunteer chaplain over there, and he has been reluctant to continue his volunteer work because the things going on over there, he feels intimidated and is really concerned about that, and I'm concerned about that. And I hope we can get those things straightened out. On a positive note, I wanted to congratulate Murray State University on their victory in the Ohio Valley Conference Tournament and the fact they're going to play in the NCAA tournament. I don't think I'll get to go to the game in San Diego, but we just want to congratulate Murray State. They're an important part of our community, even though the main campus is located 37 and a half miles away. They do have a campus here in Paducah. We've got a lot of Murray graduates, and just want to congratulate them and all that they've done and their victory. And, of course, the Wildcats, but that's common for them.
Last item, Commissioner Watson and I were talking earlier about the Mustangs. On a positive note, we've had enough stress tonight dealing with jail issues, so I'll end on a positive note. Somebody asked me if I was going to close the courthouse because the Mustangs going to state tournament, and I promise you, if they reach the semis and the finals, the courthouse will be closed those 2 days. So anything else, we'll deal with it on an as-needed basis. If there are no other questions or comments, I would entertain a motion for adjournment.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Commissioner Byers, second by Commissioner Watson. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, like sign. Motion's approved. Thank you all very much.